Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. Off to kind of a shaky start here, not kind of, a shaky start. Pressed a few buttons, or pressed a few wrong buttons, I should say, but I'm watching IPOB here for 16. Really like this pattern here. I don't want to take it on this candle. I want to see this candle close down below it, which would be fantastic. But that $16 mark, and just to offer up a little context here, have that alerted right there as the big resistance. So if that level can be broken, and it's trying to once again to get back up to that area, then it very well could be a good move. Doing this little last second, like I said, I didn't think I was going to make a video, and then I saw this pattern take place, and I thought, you know what? I think that could make a very nice trade, and I have no problem saying when I make YouTube videos, I want to make good ones where, like, I'm making money. Now, if you're not new to the channel, then you know I'll post them if I lose money too, but the goal here is definitely to be posting videos when I'm making money. And I saw this setup and thought, you know, I think there's a good chance here to make some money. So in there at 16, let's see if we can get the break of it. And as of right now, once again was rejected by it. Oh, 1575. I might have to flip my position around here and get short. So take the loss, and then go take the loss, and then get short at 1575 if it looks like it doesn't want to hold up. But as of now, maybe it does want to get over 16. Look at that wall. If this breaks 16, it's going to go. But as of right now, this is looking like a pretty big if. Watching 16. Can it break? There. Nope. Goodness. Clearly hidden sellers there. There's the break. All right, all out there, that was a terrible, terrible break. And I don't even care if that goes. You just saw what I saw there. It was knocking on the door, knocking on the door, knocking on the door. And it just, it budged, and then it went up like 7 cents. And I thought for sure, not that I thought it was going to jump up $1, but at least get up to 16.25 very quickly, which makes me now, I'm extremely interested in that 15.75 mark. So again, 15.75, fake, breakout, flush point, 1 minute. So I am actually way more interested now on the short side for this one, because seeing that action, there's got to be other people in the market that are feeling like that right now. Maybe they're still holding, and I think if they're still holding for that 16 break and it goes down there and cracks through the 15.75 mark, at that point, those people are going to be waving the white flag, saying, pretty much saying what I'm saying. What kind of breakout was that? That was terrible. So right now, those people got to be getting worried here. I'm not going to take the short on this candle, though. I can't take it on this one. I would be interested in the next candle, but this one I can't take it. So please stay up. No, don't drop below me. Shoot. Again, all those people that bought, that were me, right? That were buying that 16 mark. They're all, a lot of them are probably getting ready to wave the white flag. Maybe they've already waved the white flag, and that's why it's starting to roll over here. But yeah, I'd be willing to. I still like 1570. But again, I can't take it. Oh, and there it goes. Just could not take it on that candle. That's just the way I like to trade. I like to view the markets. But for people that did, well, then they were getting paid very handsomely. But from the learning lesson standpoint, I mean, you understand the story. I was a part of the story, right? I was looking to play the break of 16. It was hammering and hammering and hammering. And, oh, man, is this thing going to break? And it did finally break. And then it barely budged. And then it came back down. And yeah, those people, now for me, and I'm not, this will sound cocky. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I at least realized something wasn't quite right. So I just got out for actually a profit. But there are some people that wanted to give it a little bit more wiggle room, and they are now, their stops are going off. They're waving the white flag. They're irritated. What kind of terrible break of 16 was that? And rightfully so. I agree. That was terrible. That was a terrible break. Unfortunately for me, though, it did not want to. That candle, like I said, that candle right there is the one that, I didn't want to take it on. I just wanted a next candle to form, and the market didn't give it to me. But like I said, just from an educational and story perspective, I mean, that's a lot of what trading is understanding and realizing what other people may be feeling. And in this situation, I had a very big advantage because I was one of those people feeling that way. So I decided to just flip that around and say, all those other people that are feeling that way, if that level falls, and it did, then it could be a nice short. But it just didn't quite behave the way I wanted it to. So that is disappointing. But, oh well, I guess I should be grateful here. I missed it, but I did also miss having this thing roll all the way back over on me. And I walked away with, a lot of people just lost money there. There's no doubt about it. And I mean, that was a beautiful setup. Fantastic setup. Which I suppose brings the other learning lesson. No matter how beautiful a setup doesn't mean that it's actually going to work out. The market offers no guarantees. But I mean, it was beautiful enough to at least still give me a chance to make the $50 on it. I was planning on making a whole lot more than $50, but what's going on with OSTK? So I think I've talked about that one, but that one truly was a gem of education right there in terms of realizing one group of traders out there, the longs, how they were probably feeling, and then flipping that in your favor. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Let's see if I can get another trade. Quick little update. This thing ultimately went down below, let's see, $14.90. So over an 85-cent move to the downside. Crazy. But NNNOX all of a sudden, just beautiful little downtrending move here, but yeah, you got to think that one of these is eventually going to produce some sort of bounce, but definitely an interesting setup. Definitely a fast mover. Big spread. Oh, wow. A very big spread. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this one. It's got to bounce a little bit. All right, well, I'm going to be watching this one, and as of right now, I'm not seeing any sort of entry points or anything. I get it. Clay just showed it right here. It's been going down. Yeah, I get it. That's tempting, but that would be known as chasing, and that's not going to, even if that were to work out, not a good habit to be building. I mean, if anything, maybe should I be looking to go long here, maybe? What is that gap close? Oh, it is sitting at an interesting... Yeah, if this thing pulls back some more, I may actually be looking to go long here, depending on how much nastier this wants to get, because this move is getting pretty overdone. But I wouldn't be interested in going long until below 40. But we'll see what happens with it. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, oh, wow. Holy smokes. Whoops. All right, 38.51. That was a crazy move. I was actually going to make another alert. And then it just plunged down there. Actually, seeing how fast it did move, I should be at 37.51. Wow. I was thinking about maybe alerting some sort of long breakout to the upside, but as I was... Now, of course, needed to see some sort of strength, and of course, it never offered up any sort of strength. So I'm at 37.51, 500 shares. Ideally, I'd like more than 500 because this move is just getting so overdone. Actually, I take that back. I need to be at 36.55. Yeah, 36.55. Can it actually get down there? Let's see. Be pretty crazy if it did. This whole move right now is crazy. like I was saying, I was noticing the sideways action here. So I was saying, if it can pull back, and it did start to pull back on that candle, and I was getting ready to say, after this pullback, return back upwards, that could be a nice little sign. But like I said, it never gave any confirmation at all. It literally just kept pulling back. So would love to see another big plunge. There we go. Not enough, though. In fact, let me get this. And then OX 3650-ish. Interesting potential bounce point. One minute. But maybe it's going to bounce now. Where I was at 37.51, right? Oh, that's actually good, because it only went down as low as 37.56. So I would have been all upset that I was 5 cents away. So I guess I'm glad that it didn't even fill me there. But all right, well, we'll see what happens with it. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, that fast. Just so fast. Can I get filled? I can. Wow, and look at that. $225 in literally 2 seconds. Quite literally 2 seconds. You can scroll back and watch. But I got filled. I pressed the sell button and I was out. But I need to stop talking. Yeah, 34.50. Or excuse me, 34. So, wow, that was crazy. Like I said, that's why I like these, because it's not. I don't have to sit here and try to prove anything. All you got to do is scroll back. Now, in hindsight, here, I could have been up more, but like I said, that was just a scalpable thing. And I can't remember. Did I type that? Did I show you typing it? If not, right here. Right there. And then an OX 36, 50-ish, interesting potential bounce point. And wow, did it bounce. To the tune of $225 in literally 2 seconds. Maybe even 1 second. I don't know. As soon as I got filled, though, I just brought my cursor over. And when I clicked sell, I was out that fast. So there we go. I'm up now, $313 in 30 minutes. Which, this has been a bumpy ride, as you've been along for the ride. But I think this is a very core learning lesson. When you have a strategy, when you have systems, and you have confidence in that strategy, you have confidence in those systems, you can go through bumpy periods like you just came along for the ride, and you can still, as crazy as it is, with the way the math breaks down, make $100 every 10 minutes. Think about that. Market's been open exactly 30 minutes right now, and I am up over $300. So a bumpy ride, but still walking away with what breaks down to $100 every 10 minutes. And I'm kind of wondering if this wants to pull back. I have other things I need to do with my day. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. And I guess maybe if something changes, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up and move on with my day. I'm more than happy with it. 30 minutes, $300. And you know what? Making $100 every 10 minutes, I'm not sure of many places in the world where you can do that, especially when you're having a very bumpy time. And it's not exactly, things are just sloppy. And I realized I missed the first couple of trades before I saw the beautiful setup that I thought was for sure going to work, and it didn't work. But before there was some sloppiness and some bumpy ride going in there. But then, like I said, you also saw the bumpy ride. But like I said, that's the moral of the story here is, find bumpy rides. Ask yourself, is there a certain group of traders right now that are going through a bumpy ride? And if so, can I make money from that? And that breakout of $16 was a prime example of a bumpy ride. Beautiful pattern. Broke out. Barely did anything. That's the beginning of a bumpy ride. Could I maybe make some money from that? And as you saw, I tried. It just didn't quite cooperate with what I wanted to see it do. But generally speaking, and we had some members in the chat room make money from it with that flush point. But overall, like I said, remember, somebody's bumpy ride is a potential profitable opportunity for somebody else. So that's kind of hopefully what you're walking away and learning from this video. But real quick, if you do want to get those alerts that you saw me typing up to members, then all you got to do is go to claytrader.com/team. It's $99 for 3 months. And that just breaks down to $8.25 per week. So it's really just a question of, if I invest the $99, do I believe I can get at least $8.25 per week of value? If you think you can get more than $8.25 per week of value, then you'll definitely get a great return on your investment. As far as this video is concerned, especially when I boil in these kind of learning lessons, let me know, do you like that? And a very quick way to let me know that you do enjoy these live trade videos is just hit that like button. Super time efficient way. Also, comments, questions, suggestions, leave those down below. And then finally, check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other live trade videos. There's other bumpy rides that I posted. There's some that are smooth sailing and I make a lot of money in a very small amount of time. And then there's some that are bumpy rides that lead to losses. So, like I said, good variety. Just find the playlist on the channel of the live trades. But overall, like I said, there's a lot of different types of videos on the channel. And if you like what you see, hopefully you decide to subscribe to the channel, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But if you want to trade alongside me and other quality traders and get the same exact alerts like you saw here play out, like I said, claytrader.com/team. Hopefully decide to join. Thanks for hanging out, and I appreciate you coming along with me on this bumpy ride. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.